The campus is louder than usual, but in your world everything is quiet. You walk with your head down, books clutched tightly to your chest, not because you're cold, but because your heart has forgotten how to stay warm. Laughter echoes around you like ghosts of yesterday. Every time you hear someone giggle, you flinch like it's about you again. And maybe it is. Jisoo walks beside you, protective as always, but even she doesn't know how to fix the way your smile has disappeared. They're just idiots, she mutters, glaring at a group of girls who whispers as you pass. Don't look at them, they aren't worth it, but you do look, not at them, but at him. Taehyung stands with his friends near a fountain. His laughter doesn't come, but his presence still feels deafening. He's leaning on a pillar, hands tucked in his pockets, watching you, watching the boy beside you, Minho. Taehyung's eyes narrow the moment Minho offers to carry your books. You decline politely, but Minho still smiles and Taehyung looks away. Who the hell is he? He mutters. He walks with Jimin and Jungkook towards the lecture hall. You mean the new guy, Minho? Jimin says, raising a brow. Chill bro, he's just nice. Wyan could use someone like that. Why someone like him? He scoffs. Yeah, someone who doesn't make her cry. The words hit like a slap he doesn't acknowledge. Jungkook chuckles to break the tension, but it only makes Taehyung's frowns deepen. You are in your class, the professor asks a question. You raise your hand, softly giving your answer. It is right, but before the professor can respond, a low voice cuts through. Wow, she speaks. I thought silence was her only talent. The class erupts in laughter. You just lower your eyes and pretend you didn't hear it, and for the first time that bothers him. You sit alone at the far corner of the library. Minho finds you, brings you warm tea. You thank him softly, your voice barely above a whisper. You don't talk much, do you? He asks gently. I used to. Across the room, behind the bookshelf, Taehyung watches you. Not studying, not working, just watching. But when Minho brushes a strand of hair from your cheek, something sharp curls in his stomach and it burns. That night, Taehyung lies in bed staring at the ceiling. For the first time, he is not thinking about the grade, reputation, or anything else. He is thinking about you, and he doesn't even know why that hurts so much. You, Minho, and Jisoo sit in garden. You are laughing full-heartedly. Minho says something silly. You throw a napkin at him. Jisoo records it on her phone. Taehyung walks by on the upper corridor with Sujin beside him, smiling like he is supposed to be living the perfect life, but his eyes are on you. The way you lean into Minho's shoulder when you laugh, the way Minho watches you like you are poetry in motion. Looks like she moved on fast, she says bitterly. He doesn't respond, but his jaw clenches so hard it aches. Minho leaves your side for a second to grab a book, and that's when Taehyung appears. Stay away from her. Minho blinks, not shocked. Why? Because you finally realize she mattered? The next day, on the campus lawn, in front of everyone, Minho confesses, I like you, Wyan. I don't care about your past or anything. I just want to be the one you can trust. You freeze, heart racing, words caught in your throat. You don't say yes, but you don't say no either. And that's when it happens, a sharp blow. Minho is punched to the ground by Taehyung. Grabs echo around. Jisoo screams your name. Minho stumbles up, fist glance. They fight, brutal and loud. You don't get to touch her. You don't even know her. You race forward, stepping between them. Stop it, both of you. Taehyung steps, his shirt collar ripped, eyes wild with something that looks like betrayal. He's not done, shouts something incoherent. Even Sujin steps back in fear. He drags you to the rooftop, fingers wrapped around your wrist. Let go of me, Taehyung. You try to break free, but he won't let go. Why him? His voice is raw, angry. Why him and not me? You freeze. You hate me. Yeah, he snaps, because I was terrified the moment I didn't. He finally lets go of your wrist, but the grip he had on your heart still burns. He looked at me like I was someone worth saving, and I didn't know how to live up with that. He turns away, and now you don't look at me at all. You should feel victorious. You finally said something real, but all you feel is tired. Without saying anything, you ran away from him. The hallway outside your dorm room is quieter than usual. The fluorescent lights buzzing faintly above. It's late, too late for visitors. You're curled up with a book, your mind only half there, when a knock comes. 3 soft taps, then silence. You pause, heartbeat stumbling once, then again. Some part of you already knows who it is. Still you open the door slowly, and there he stands. Not Taehyung, the perfect student. Not Taehyung, the untouched boy with eyes like storm. This Taehyung is different. His black hoodie damp from the drizzling outside, hair clinging to his forehead, eyes tired and strangely vulnerable. I just wanted to talk, he says, voice quieter than you remember it ever being. You grip the doorframe tighter. He takes a breath. Ryan, I didn't mean for things to, but you don't let him finish. Your voice is calm, icy, firm. You don't get to do this now. He blinks as if your words were a slap. You shake your head slowly, your heart threatening to break from the pressure building in your chest. I waited for something, a truth, a sorry, a reason, and you gave me nothing. Your voice cracks. He opens his mouth again, but you cut him off. I'm tired, Taehyung. And then without waiting for his reaction, you close the door. On the other side, you hear nothing. No footsteps, no bleeding, just silence. But you know he is still there for a long time. The next day, you seek out the one place no one goes this early, the rooftop. Grey clouds hang low over the campus buildings. You lean on the metal railing, eyes searching the horizon, mind a blur. You thought it would feel peaceful here. It doesn't. The door slams open behind you. You stiffen but don't turn. Footsteps steady, hesitant, then a familiar voice. Why are you avoiding me? You close your eyes. Ryan, talk to me. You finally turn. Taehyung stands there, breathless, like he runs the whole way. His chest rises and falls sharply. His brows are furrowed, lips parted like he's still struggling to say what he has been holding back. You used to follow me around like I was the sun, he says bitterly, and now you won't even look at me. You hold his gaze. Because I stopped chasing things that only made me bleed. His soul glances. You think I don't know what I did? You think I don't see it now? You say nothing. Do you like him? He blurred suddenly. Do you like me? No. You tilt your head. Does it matter? His hand fisted at his sides. Yes, it does. Because I hate the way you smiled with him. I hate that it wasn't me making you smile like that. You take a slow breath. Why did you hate me? You ask. The question feels heavier than the air around you. He looks startled, then looks away. I didn't, he mutters. Not really. That's not what it felt like. You whisper. You humiliated me, Taehyung. You make me feel like I was less, and all because I liked you. His shoulder hunts. I didn't know how to handle it, he admits. You looked at me like I mattered. Like I was worth something more than just the name, the face, the perfect grades, and I panicked. You swallow hard. I hated the way you saw me, Like I was good and I didn't know how to be good. Not for you, not for anyone. He steps closer slowly. But the truth is, you made me feel seen for the first time. I wasn't pretending, and that scares the hell out of me. These days, when you walk past me like I don't exist, I feel like I'm suffocating. When I saw you with him, laughing, I wanted to scream. Not because he had you, but because I threw you away before you even had the chance to be mine. I'm not asking for you to forgive what I did. I'm asking for his chance. His eyes meet yours, raw and open. Let me try to be better, to be someone who doesn't make you bleed just to feel loved. You remained silent, but you didn't walk away either, and that's enough to make his shoulder drop with something like relief. You're sitting on a bench beneath the old tree that overlooks the campus courtyard. The leaves are turning gold and the breeze is soft against your face. Jisoo sits beside you, shoulder gently resting against your, flipping through her sketchbook. She doesn't say much. She's been there in the silence when your heart couldn't hold words, when the door closed, when the stairs began, when whispers followed you every step. You never left. You don't have to talk. Just breathe. I will stay. You blink away the weight in your chest and note you don't deserve her, but you're grateful to have her. You're heading down the steps when you feel someone walk beside you. Susan, too close, too smooth, smiling but sharp like glass. Must be nice, she says, voice light as air, to have people fight over you like that. You pause and turn slightly. She tucks a piece of hair behind her ear and continues. But don't get too comfortable, Ryan. People like Taehyung don't sense, they just get bored. You stare at her, but she only smiles sweetly, tilting her head. You're just a face, a distraction. Don't make the mistakes of thinking it's something more. Before you can respond, she walks away, her friends waiting like the shadow behind the columns. The next few days unfold in small, careful moments. He never forces conversation. He doesn't try to win you with grand gestures. Instead, he shows up. When your umbrella breaks in the rain, he walks beside you silently, holding his jacket over your head, but never asking for your attention. When you scrape your knee near the steps, he kneels in front of you, lips pressed tight in worry, and bandages it without a word. In classroom, he never stares anymore, but he leaves a folded poem inside your notebook. You and Jisoo walks into the crowded canteen, setting about a new art exhibit. Mina waves from a nearby table, gesturing at two seats saved for you both. But before you get there, someone blocks your path. She is seated with her friends, drink in hand, expression strictly sweet. Wow, she says loudly. You're really milking your 15 minutes of fame, huh? Everyone goes quiet. I mean, two guys fighting over her. Are we watching a drama or a charity campaign? Laughter echoes behind her. Girls giggle. Someone whispers something cruel. You stop walking. Jisoo's hand immediately finds your. Taehyung used to hate girls like you, she adds. You think you sensed him? Please, he pities you. But then, a shadow moves in front of you. He steps between you and Susan, tall and unshakable. His back to you, his voice is cold. Say one more word, he warns, and I will make sure you regret it. Tae, Susan stiffens. You think bullying her makes you powerful? His voice drops lower. It makes you pathetic. Taehyung doesn't shout, he doesn't touch her, but his presence alone slices the air like a blade. He turns slightly, just enough to glance at you over his shoulder. You okay? He asks, voice gentler now. You nod. Behind him, Susan sat down quickly, her face burned with embarrassment. Her friends are suddenly very quiet. Jisoo exhales beside you. Minho watches from across the room but doesn't interfere. His jaw glance, his gaze unreadable. Taehyung turns around to face you completely now. Can I walk you out? He asks. You glance at Jisoo. She nods with a tiny smile and lets go of your hand. You don't say yes, but you step forward. And that's all he needs. You and him walk slowly, not speaking at first. The breeze plays with the hem of your sleeves. I didn't come there to protect you, he says suddenly. I came because I couldn't. Because every time someone hurts you now, it feels like you're stabbing a piece of me. You stop walking. He turns to you, eyes serious. I'm not asking you to take me back, Ryan. I don't deserve that. But I'm still yours. Even if you never say my name again, I will stay. The silence stretches. The ache in your chest rises like a tide. You whisper, why are you still here? His answer comes without hesitation, because I didn't know how to love you before, but I'm learning now. You look in his eyes, and this time you don't look away. You haven't forgiven him, but your heart is starting to remember how to hope. You're brushing your hair near the mirror when Jisoo bursts in, holding up her phone like it's a golden ticket. Guess who got us 2 last-minute seats to the sea trip? Wait, what? Surprise! She grins. One-day coastal escape. No exams, no cafeteria whispers, just sun, waves, and healing energy. You hesitate, but her eyes sparkle with hope. And it's Jisoo. You owe her at least this. Okay, you whisper. She squirrels, hugging you tight. Good, you need this. She doesn't mention Taehyung, neither do you, but somehow he is already waiting outside the bus when you arrived. The bus is crowded and humming with energy. Students laugh, pass snacks, and play games. You are seated by the window, Jisoo beside you, playing with a pack of seaweed shapes. Taehyung sits across, close enough to be in your peripheral vision. He doesn't force a word, doesn't lean in. But every so often, your eyes drift to the way his finger taps softly to the beat of the music, to how he smiles quietly at something on his phone, but never shows it to anyone, to how he glances out the window just as you do, like the rhythm of your silence are still in sync. At one point, a bump in the road causes your water bottle to roll towards him. He picks it up, caps it carefully, and passes it back without a word. Your finger brushes just a second, but something in your chest flutters, and you know he felt it too. You're all reached there. The sun is high, the waves rush the shore like they missed you. You step out of the bus and the wind immediately pulls your hair loose. Laughter surrounds you, someone blasting music near the picnic tables. Jisoo runs off to grab lemonade, promising to return in 10 minutes. You walk towards the rocks by the edge of the water, alone, or so you think. Careful, a voice calls behind you. It's slippery. You turn. It's him. He's standing a few feet back, hands in his jacket pockets. You raise your brows. What? Are you my shadow now? He smiles faintly. Only if you let me be. You sit on the edge of the flat rock, letting the waves kiss your shoes. He doesn't join you immediately, just stands beside for a moment before slowly lowering himself beside you. The sea stretches endlessly in front of you both. After a long silence, he says, I didn't think you had come today. You shrug. Didn't think I had love again either. He glances at you quiet, but you are. You nod slightly. Jisoo makes it easier. His smiles grow just a little. She's good. She protected you when I didn't. You meet his eyes. She still does. He nods once, accepting it. Then he turns towards the sea again. I think about it sometimes. What it would have been like if I had met you first as this version of me. You stare at him and then ask quietly, "What version are you now?" He thinks for a moment, then says, "The version that isn't afraid to stay or say what I feel or look you in the eyes and say I was wrong." Your finger digs softly into the sand beside your knees. Then you whisper, "Why did you really hate me at first?" He turns fully towards you. "I didn't hate you," he says. "I hated that you made me feel things. You smiled at me like I was someone worth knowing, and I didn't know how to deserve that." Your throat tightens. "I was mean because I was scared, and cruel because I was confused, but now I'm just sorry." And then he says the word you didn't expect. "May I hold your hand?" You blink at him. He doesn't move. And slowly, you stretch your finger towards his. Your hands meet, warm, gentle, no rush, no pressure. Just the quiet, terrifying miracle of two broken things trying again. The trip is ending. Everyone's loading back into the bus. Jisoo waves at you from near the bonfire spot, then gives you a thumbs up when he sees Taehyung beside you. You sit on the sand dune, orange and pink painting in the sky. He doesn't speak much, just sits beside you. Finally you whisper, "I don't know if I'm ready." He nods, "I know." You pause, then look at him. "But I'm not running anymore." He meets your eyes, his voice is soft. "Then I will walk with you, at your pace, always." The walk to the class used to feel heavy, like you were being watched, judged, whispers flirting with behind your back. Now it's quieter, not silence but lighter. Jisoo walks on one side of you, humming a tune that doesn't match the weather. Minu walks on the other side, calm, composed, distant but kind. You have been honest. You told him everything, that you never stopped looking for Taehyung, that your heart had already chosen before you even understood what love meant. And Minu, he doesn't flinch, he had only smiles gently, pain flickering in his eyes for a brief second. "I kind of always knew," he said. "I just hoped you had seen me too, but now that you have, I know it's not me." Then he added with a little grin, "Doesn't mean I'm disappearing, just means I will walk beside you differently." Now he does. He doesn't flirt, doesn't nudge, doesn't expect. He stands between you and anything sharp, and for that you are grateful. Taehyung enters the classroom just seconds before the bell. His eyes scan the room and stop on you. He doesn't walk towards you, but the glance lingers, and when the class ends, he doesn't wait at the door like he used to. Instead, he walks beside you as you exit, just a small step behind. "You looked sleepy today." You glanced at him sideways. "Didn't sleep much." He doesn't press, just slide a wrapped candy into your hand and quietly says, "Try this, the sugar helps." Your fingers curl around the candy like it's something precious. You realize with a quiet startled, Taehyung no longer takes from you. He just gives, softly, without demand, and that's what makes your heart ache the most. You're sitting beneath the tree with Jisoo and Mino. Taehyung leans on the railing not far from you. You're sketching quietly in your notebook when a shadow blocks your light. She is alone, no friends this time. Her smile is crooked, not kind. You think this little rebrand makes you better now? She laughs, low and bitter. He's pretending, just playing hero because it looks good on him. You don't speak, just sit quietly. You know the truth now. You feel it in the way Taehyung looks at you, not with pride but reverence. She leans closer. "Want to know why he even noticed you?" because you were easy to humiliate and now you are just easy to own. She is not alone, Jisoo says sharply. So if we're done projecting your misery, we had like our light back. Sujin's eye narrow. You think this is over? But when she turns, she freezes. Taehyung, not for watching. He's not look angry. He looks done. Sujin stormed off. He let out a breath you hadn't realized you were holding. Jisoo slips her arms through yours. She's desperate, she whispers. Desperate people get loud when they're losing. You find him there again, same place he once dragged you, furious. Now he's just standing at the edge, eyes fixed on the glowing cityscape. He doesn't hear you at first. I never liked the silence. He turns, his eyes soften immediately, but you stayed in it anyway. You add, he nods, because it's where you hide. You walk towards him slowly. I'm not hiding anymore. He looks at you for a long, breathless moment, then says, There's still space between us. I know that. You swallow, but I will keep walking until you tell me I'm close enough. Your chest twists. I'm scared, you whisper. I'm too. He steps forward, just a little. Then we can be scared together as long as we are honest. The rooftop is silent, and then, for the first time since the storm, you nod. You are about to enter when he calls your name. You turn. He is standing a few feet away, the wine tossing his hair, his expression unreadable. I won't ask for more than you can give, he says softly. But can I do one thing? You don't answer, but you don't move either. He walks up slowly, carefully, then reaches forward. Not to kiss, not to hug, just to tuck a loose strand of hair behind your ear. His fingers brushes your skin, warmth, trembling, and then he steps back. Good night, Hwayen. You stare at the closed door after he's gone and whisper into the silence. Good night, Taehyung.